A year back, I read an article about the fact that these days people have smaller and smaller friend circles and that loneliness has become an epidemic of the 21st century. Now the important question is, why is that? We are surrounded with technology 24/7 that allows us to connect with anyone whenever we want. Why is it so hard for us to make friends and maintain friendship in the most advanced era of social media? And so, with that burning question in mind, I embark on a journey to find the answer. I traveled great distance, looked into every bush, climbed every mountain. I believed the answer was hiding somewhere. Unfortunately, the search was in vain. However, in the moment of despair, I realized something important. Sometimes the answer is not somewhere far, it's right there inside you. Hey, do you want to text your friends to join us for picnic tomorrow? Nah, I can't think of anybody who would be keen now. Hey, do you want to text somebody to hang out today? No, the UV is too strong. It's 5 p.m. I realized a brutal truth. I, myself, also don't have many friends. To my defense, I do have friends who I talk to occasionally. They are the ones I consider as close friends, but they don't live in Australia. And it's not like I can just text them, hey, let's grab dinner together, and then 2 or 3 of them would show up. I used to be surrounded with friends wherever I lived. You know, I moved quite a bit. But here in Australia, I haven't been able to find such a close circle of friends who I could just hang out with all the time. But that's why I'm trying to figure out what were the things that I did back then that helped me to foster such friendships. What were the things that I've stopped doing? I live in my head too often. My first 6 months in Australia was horrible. Many other things also happened during the first 6 months that made me think maybe this whole decision of leaving my good paying job and move to Australia is a huge mistake. I was devastated, but I couldn't share too much with my friends because I didn't want to be a ungrateful, spoiled brat to my friends who don't even have the opportunity to go abroad. So I've honed a very effective defense mechanism, having conversations with myself in my head. I'd had conversations with myself all the time before, but I took it to another level during that time. What I knew was that all this negativity was purely feelings, and feelings are subjective. So if I could have a conversations with myself from a different perspective, I would feel better. Another thing is that I also loved reading philosophy, and that's why I plunged myself into reading. The good thing about learning philosophy on your own is that you could have endless conversations with yourself. I also feel that I'm more articulated with myself than with other people. That's why YouTube is perfect for me, because basically I'm just talking with myself right now and I broadcast it to you. So over time, I've become more comfortable having long conversations with myself than with my friends. Okay, I'm editing the video right now and I think I need to jump in to say something to connect everything together because I feel the video is a bit fragmented. I think this is kind of a new phenomenon of the 21st century. Now we do not only suffer from the suffering itself, but also from the irrationality of our suffering. When we feel angry, upset, or depressed, we beat ourselves up for feeling angry, depressed, or upset. We talk to ourselves, why am I like this? This doesn't make any sense. Many other people are in much worse situations than me. Therefore, it's not justifiable for me to feel like this. And because we tend to think that these negative feelings are not justifiable and not rational, we don't want to share them to other people. We would rather resolve them on our own. I think our generation is a very self-aware and educated generation. That's why we are so wired to be problem-solving oriented. We put rationality on the pedestal, and so the part of us that is irrational suffers a great deal from our condemnation. That is kind of sad. The second thing is that I stop teasing people. In every conversation I used to have with my close friend groups before, everyone got teased and roasted. For me, the amount that I got teased signifies the level of closeness between me and the person who teases me, and vice versa. I got roasted all the time for eating too much, for having a schedule to wash my bank separately from the rest of my head, for being terrible at direction. I still sometimes get mixed up between my left and right. But here in Australia, I rarely get teased. That's why I'm quite cautious about teasing other people. Somehow for me, I didn't meet anybody that I could comfortably joke around. One factor is that I can't seem to sense what are the things that people would be comfortable to be teased and what are the things that I would get offended. I guess it's the cultural difference that prevents me from detecting the sweet spots. But for me, I know that only when we could comfortably tease each other does the real friendship begin. I think this is also the problem of chemistry. I used to go to different events and activities to make friends, putting in the effort to maintain the connections, but it's just so freaking hard. Every connection I tried to foster fizzled out rather quickly. A big reason is that those people just moved to another city or another country. Sometimes I kind of feel jealous with my friends who live in the same place in Vietnam for their whole life and they still have the connections that have lasted for years. Anyway, I also think that consistency is a very important element to build this chemistry. There must be some events or activities or work that could force everybody to meet each other regularly. That's why a lot of people recommend to find friends through joint hobbies or interests. I also thought of joining a book club, but right now I just don't have any desire to discuss the books I read with other people. And also I don't want to talk about these heavy and intellectual topics with my friends. You know, I just want to talk shit with my friends, okay? Is that so hard to achieve? The third thing is that I stop gossiping. Gossiping about people behind their back is not necessarily a good thing, but we can't deny the satisfaction that we get from gossiping with our friends, no? It brings us closer together. It makes us feel like we are all in this bubble together. Have you ever seen those videos titled, "We broke up," or "We got divorced," or "There's something I've been hiding from you," and then the crying thumbnail? These videos got millions of views. Whenever I see those videos, I couldn't click any faster. Do I know these people? No. Do I really care? Not really. Why am I so curious about their personal life? I have no idea. But these days, when I've got older and I got to live in such a civilized society, I have to suppress the urge of gossiping when I'm with other people. I don't want to be called small-minded because I have to explain what's in the rest of my big ass forehead. And because of such deprivation of gossiping, I turn to the internet. On the internet, I have everything. Relationship dramas, family dramas, influencer dramas. Your friend's circle can't possibly supply such a variety of entertainment. In the past month, I've watched way more footages of Emma Chamberlain than any of my closest friends. Do I feel the need to create a close circle of friends like I used to have before? Not necessary, but I kind of miss the time when I used to hang out with my friends all the time. I think connections are not something that entirely within my control. And right now, I don't feel lonely. I'm very comfortable spending time with myself. Different people have different reasons for their difficulties to find friends. A lot of reasons I saw on YouTube are about social anxiety and the lack of social skills. Luckily, I don't have that. So you see, even the people who have superior social skills like me have problem finding friends. So you don't need to feel bad about it. We are all screwed, okay? It's already lunchtime, so I'm gonna stop here. I'll go home and have lunch. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye! Just shut up!